I'm Kevin Harlan. With me at the table, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And we've also got Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Outside Tatum. A pass to Porzingis. Back to Tatum. 5 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by New York. And RJ, the combination of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown winning a title together. That's something else.
There was some small talk going around about breaking them up. Good thing for the Celtic front office, they kept them both. In their first 7 seasons as a duo, they have 5 trips to the conference finals. That is a ridiculous run.
Gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Now, Brunson following the Porzingis miss from deep. And that one's good. Towns.
And I'll tell you, offense comes really easy to Big Cat.
Screen by Porzingis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Over the last few seasons, we've seen the resurgence of Porzingis. And, Richard, it has been fun to watch.
Kevin, he's been effective on both sides of the ball. He's always been a good player, but his recent fit has really improved his play.
And at 7'3", Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Boston. It's a 3-point game. Beyond the arc. Hits the 3-point bomb.
And this is what the team wants JB to do. Punish defenses that don't respect him from the corner.
Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to visit with head coach Joe Mazzulla.
We both had the same topic, Mikal Bridges, and the impact he can have on the game. Coach told me he's someone we've talked about for sure. Can't let him out-hustle us. That's when he does the most damage. We'll see if they can match him.
He like, why is he on him?
Bridges' energy, guys.
Thanks, David.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Here's Brunson. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Porzingis. It's White on the wing. In the corner. Tatum with it. Brown inside the line. They get it back.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Damn it, bro. Why am I playing like this? I'm not playing right.
First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. A dunk by Achua.
Oh, what a feed right there. Towns' vision is really off the charts.
Here's Tatum. A special move before the shot.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Pass to Bridges. Here's Towns. The teardrop falls in.
And we just saw Cat at his best, pounding the paint, finishing near the rim.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
Here's Towns following the three-pointer by Boston. Pass to Brunson. Inside. Here's Achua. The dunk by Achua.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Now here's Brown. Down low. Pass to Horford.
Why is nobody moving
Suns
around?
passing it around. 4 on the clock. Fires from the wing. Pritchard gets the bucket. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum. Wow. He got blasted on that, but shouldn't be much debate there.
The Knicks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Tremendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
23 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Brunson. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Amazing floater from Brunson. He continues to show how dangerous he can be.
Pass to Cornette. Here's Pritchard. Here's Brown. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
That's the play that pumps up the whole team.
And this has been a fairly close game to the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, it sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. In the corner, Horford with it. From the arc, the shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an edge.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
There's Tatum. Robinson with the block. To the inside. Here's Achua. The dunk by Achua.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Horford high post. Pass to Pritchard. Back to Horford. Outside Tatum. Just 5 to shoot. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Horford no up.
Little?
And the Knicks with possession here. Here's Robinson. And here's Payne. Bridges with it. Back to Achua. To the middle. Bridges shot. Good. And the Knicks lead by 2.
Nimble Inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close-range shot.
Here's Tatum. Emphatic finish by Tatum.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam. See
Some urgency from him there, sure. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Dunkers get technicals for hanging on the rim, slapping the backboard, or Richard even staring someone down. Should refs let that slide, or is that something they got to pay attention to?
I don't mind the hanging on the rim, the smacking the backboard. I love that aggression. The staring people down, that's something you got to be careful with because that can cause
that fucking
problems.
PJ Tucker.
We don't want any of those issues.
Come here, bitch. Go bitch ass off me.
Tatum's got it all tied up now for the Celtics.
Brushing off the contact. Look, the dude is strong. When he gets in there, it's easy. That's an easy button.
And Derek White picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Bridges to the wing right side. Here's Tucker. No good off the back of the rim.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
You have to put some sort of contact on Tatum off the drive or he will own you all game.
It's his first trip to the line.
Solid work at the line a season ago. 83% on his opportunities.
And so Tatum nails them both.
Now look, from the moment he stepped into this league, Jason Tatum has been a difference maker. Every team in the league is looking for guys like him. Long, athletic, and most importantly, winners.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Double team on Holiday. Outside Tatum. Back to Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. Pocket four. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Porzingis has got 5 points so far. And it goes down 2 points.
The defense got crossed up, and Bridges takes advantage with that pass.
Here's White. And the three off target. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for New York. Over to the left wing. .102 left to play here in the half. And the layup's good off the glass. Bridges got 4 points now in the quarter.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
A wide open look here for Porzingis. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Celtics lead by 1.
And Porzingis will make you pay if you collapse off of him. That's just inviting trouble.
Bro, what the fuck is that?
Defensively, if you can't block, force him to the line.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And I know he was pleased with his foul shooting last year. How about 87% from the line?
So both teams changing it up here. And he sinks the second. RJ, we've seen multiple all-star games for Jaylen Brown. Can he become a superstar?
Well, to me, if you've got a finals MVP in your back pocket on your resume, you are now a superstar, and Jaylen Brown is that.
Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's White. Off target from outside. On the wing, Anunoby. Sinks that one from the post.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal skate.
What? Where?
When a pick like that is questionable, it creates that much of an advantage for the offense. You have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Knicks lead by 2. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. The Knicks with the lead. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said, we can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. It's tipped. Pass to Towns. Here's Brunson. Back to Towns. Clock at 6. Now Hart, guarded by Tatum. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Plenty of power on that slam. Towns was not messing around.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Brunson with a clean look. Off target with his 3.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Brunson with it. Now guarded by Tatum. Pass to Hart. No good on the 3. Boston trailing. Brown wide open. He fired. A miss that time. Would have put him up. One of the best 3-and-D wings in the league. Let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes for the last couple of seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
To the paint. 5 on the clock. Goes back up. They shoot again. Here's Anunoby.
Bro, what?
Guys, so that's a free basket right there.
Challenge that?
Yeah, that's a tough call for the rest to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Outside, Porzingis. Towns with the steal. Brunson with it. Picked up by Brown. Inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And it's the size and mobility of Towns that makes it so hard to deal with, especially when he's looking to score.
The Knicks making a switch here. He doesn't get the second one. Celtics trailed by 5. Puts up a deep 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Pritchard's got 5 points so far.
Come on, just add vision to a perfect skill set. When he's dropping dimes like that, like Jason Tatum is a problem.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
For New York, they have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
To Porzingis. The kick out to Tatum. For the tie. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
The efficiency from Tatum on the offensive end is terrific, not letting any scoring chances pass him by.
Brunson. Out to Bridges. Now Achua. Now here's Brunson. To the inside. Hart, that's good. Hart's got his second basket.
Oh, what a find. The ball just comes out of Brunson's hands on time.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. Left side, Brown. There's Porzingis. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
That shit was lagging.
And that's 12 points for Porzingis.
Offensively, there's few things on the court Porzingis can't do. He can use his length, strength, or both.
It's Hart on the wing. Tries from 10. It's hauled in by Brown.
Too much for Josh Hart.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics.
Oh, come on,
Bridges
bro.
with the steal. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Oh.
Getting some airtime. Okay, Bridges, we see you.
And here's Boston, trailing by 2. Right side, Holiday. Out to Porzingis. Here's Pritchard. 5 points in the game. 2 on the clock. Oh, Tatum finds a way.
What hard work from Tatum inside. Doing what it takes to find his shot.
Here's Brunson. What a terrific move that was. Brunson's got 10 points in the game.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got what he's thinking. Jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. 3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Here's the Celtics with the ball. Pass to Tatum. In the corner, Horford with it. To take the lead. The Knicks pull it in.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue this. Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Maybe trying to give them the momentum boost
Duke's
they
not
need to
sitting.
break this game open. Inside, Tatum automatic.
Not sitting.
How about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities that
Everything a foul for Cat, bitch ass.
Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Knicks?
Look, they're getting good looks inside. It's been a point of emphasis all night long, but I love this hard-nosed attitude of this team.
And Towns drops them both.
You know, the size, talent, and fearlessness of Towns is a lethal concoction, a prime-time player.
I tried to pass out of that shit.
For the defense.
And they hit it back to the wing on the left. Craig sets a screen. Pritchard. Robinson pulls it in.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Anunoby, no good. Celtics trailed by 4. Here's Pritchard. Here's Hauser. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, the defender all over.
The first free throw is good. So he gets them both.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. The Celtics making a switch here. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through. Here's Towns. Good on the bucket. Towns has got 4 this quarter.
And this is what Towns is capable of. He's an incredibly gifted offensive weapon who can score at all 3 levels.
Pass to Tatum. Outside Holiday.
That shit
Again, the miss by the Celtics.
late as hell.
And that was a little bit of a range check.
What the fuck am I doing? Why am I playing some trash? Why am I playing some trash, bro?
He just kind of stepping
What am I
aside and letting him
doing?
get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Out to Bridges. And here's Brunson. Pass to Hart. And he makes good on the way.
Realness, shit.
And it's an 8-point New York lead.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
Building out this lead brick by brick, they have
Fuck,
taken a very
bro.
methodical approach.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, able to listen in on what Joe Mazzulla was going over with his team. He told the players, you guys are too talented to be playing this lackadaisical. Push the ball up the floor, get out on the break, and get to the fast break. Guys will see if they can get it done.
All right, thank you, David. Outside, Towns. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And just wanting it more there. You gotta like seeing Porzingis beat everyone to the spot in the open floor.
Here's Hart. Offensive rebound. Bridges. Pass to Hart. From deep, Brunson. There's Brunson from deep.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
Buries the long-range jumper.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Hit the floater. Hart, no good. They kick out to Anunoby. Brunson barreling in. Towns, no luck.
Just enough resistance to force them as barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Back to White. Fires the 3. The shot, no good.
Questionable shot selection with that 3. Not really helping as they try and narrow the deficit.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
Bridges outside. Back to Towns. Nice D from Porzingis. It's going to take something special for him to make a comeback here.
And the question, Kevin, is do they have the time to do it and the patience? You'd have to say it's a long shot. And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
Pass to Hart. Brunson outside. From outside, off the mark.
No time to waste on this possession.
Clock working against them right now.
Bro, what the fuck?
Porzingis with the ball. Hart covering. Tatum drives in.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Oh, yeah, that's my kill.
Option but to foul and hope for some misses.
That's my kill. He
Here's the
missing
first
one.
one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good, and both at the line. It's a 4-point ball game.
Wow, I tell you what, those free throws will give them some much-needed breathing room. 2-possession game.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Checking here to our analysts. What factors, guys, come to your mind?
Trying to stay alive, they've got to work quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste. They basically have to execute things perfectly from here on out.
Here's White. It counts. And that shot brings them to within just one.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Big-time free throws there. That could be the difference. It forces them now into a 3-point attempt.
White, wide open. He fires.
I missed the fucking game.
And they stop the clock.
Oh, I missed the game.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the
Wow.
second. And he ends up making the second.
Wow.
And that gives them a 4-point cushion. Pass to Tatum. There's the triple. That one was
Fucking sold.
Post game sees New York take this one. They seem to relish